Yo, what up, what up? Welcome back. I'm your host, B. Ryder. It's my co-host,
J Bell.
and this is Final Thoughts. Today's topic, slut shaming. Let's check it out. What up, y'all? It's your boy, B. Ryder. As you can tell, our video kind of ran into some problems. In uploading it, we ran into some copyright issues, and our video was subsequently taken down. So, in order to get it out at a decent time to you guys, I had to go back and do some editing. The part where we normally show the video that we are critiquing, I had to cut that out and jump straight into the critique. So, if you guys are interested in seeing the actual full video, we are leaving a link in the description so you can check that out in order to follow along with what's going on. I would say it's about a 17-minute video, but you only really need to watch the first about 5 minutes in order to get the gist of it, see where it's going. So check it out, come back, and tune in to us, and we'll talk about it. But sorry for the issues. We'll try not to let the things happen, but sometimes it's inevitable. But thank y'all for sticking with us, and we'll see you there. Slut shaming. Should sluts be shamed?
Yeah.
What is a slut?
Yeah.
Where are the sluts?
Where the sluts at? Oh man.
That was a funny guy though.
Yeah, that is funny. That dude is funny. I try to stay away from terms like slut and hoe. And other pejorative terms you would use to describe, I guess, a woman who's sexually promiscuous.
Yeah.
Because I really don't know what the working definition of what a slut is or what a hoe is.
Because everybody's is different.
Yeah. So I just go off of. I just stay away from it just because I don't know what the definition of it is.
Yeah. We're never gonna agree on it. Like all of us are never gonna agree on what a slut is.
Yeah, it seems like it's an emotionally charged thing that's happening. You feel some type of way, so you say slut, whore, and all this.
Yeah. I think it was like the slut walk, and I feel like they both kind of missed the point of calling it a slut walk. It's not supposed to be literal, hey, we're sluts and we want to sleep with a lot of men and we don't care. It's supposed to be tongue-in-cheek, you call us sluts, so forget it, we'll be sluts, or we'll take the word and make it our own or whatnot. But I don't think that they mean it literally on the slut walk thing.
I mean, how do you feel about the whole people? I don't want to phrase this. How do you feel about the whole slut shaming thing? Should women, have sex with who they want to have sex with without?
That was an interesting back and forth that they had on that.
Yeah.
When Jamal was kind of like, sluts should be shamed. They should be. You should be ashamed. And one of his points was interesting because he was saying, if you knew somebody, or if you had a loved one, if your daughter
make it real
was doing this, how would you feel about it?
Yeah.
Would you feel the same?
Let's take my mommy and my daughter out of this. Nah. That's you gotta get to. That's how you get to the meat of it. Make it real for the person you asking. So that was a good, question you asked.
Yeah. For me, I don't really care too much. I understand the ideal behind it, and wanting to be sexually free and not being judged. So, I'm cool with that. I don't know.
What is sexually free?
I guess
before it's something you consider negative.
When it becomes dangerous.
Dangerous.
When it becomes dangerous.
Okay.
Gangrenous. But when it becomes dangerous, I think I think it's a problem when you're reckless in your sexual behavior.
So, what could you give me an example of what that would look like?
I
Reckless
guess,
behavior, sexual. Take your time.
Spreading.
Take your time, Sugar.
Listen to me now. when you spread diseases wantonly, and when you aren't getting yourself checked regularly, and are still promiscuous without using protection, like that becomes dangerous. If you're safe doing it, then it's like, who cares that you're promiscuous at this point?
Well, wouldn't the other person have to be safe too? Like,
well, yeah, I mean, hopefully.
Because everybody not pulling out just the test results.
Nah.
So you could blow a few heads, but all it takes is that one infected head.
That's true.
That could turn,
That is true.
That could take the next trips to the bathroom a little fire. Ooh,
Yeah. But yeah, they had some interesting points, and I liked Lord Jamar's mind frame, I guess, when he was asking the questions. When he was like, "Let's make it real."
Yeah.
What if your daughter was known as the town layabout or the town bicycle? How would you feel? Would you still be okay with that?
Woo! Ugh, that's an ugly. Honestly, I'm gonna be, I ain't doing that tap dancing stuff. I wouldn't be okay with it. I would feel uncomfortable.
I get it. Yeah.
Because we have an image, and image matters, and it's a reflection of her and me, the family. If that's something that she's engaging in, take it the same way as if my son was out there burning people and just doing the most. It's like, bruh, you are a reflection of me, your mother, our family. So I don't even want to even do that double standard thing, even though there is a double standard.
It is.
But I would try to do my best to navigate that in a way where your dad knows that this isn't behavior that I condone.
Yeah.
So
it's weird because I find that we have, especially with the women in our lives, our daughters and things.
Yeah.
We have like this weird sense of ownership around them and their bodies and their promiscuity. Especially fathers. It's kind of like, we had the image of the dad with the shotgun. You know what I'm saying? If any boy comes in here, he getting around to.
Yeah.
He getting slugs to his face.
That's bad.
And all that. And it's like really
not good.
Awkward, because it's like we're so concerned with the people whom our daughters sleep with. It's okay, like in the beginning, I think. But after, like, once she becomes a woman, it's kind of like it shouldn't really be our business anymore.
Yeah. So I guess when I was looking at it as a young woman. Yeah. Like if you was asking me if it was your daughter.
Yeah.
I was looking at it as like a young, high schooler, something like that. Come on, bro. But yeah, once you into adulthood, then you wild out and do whatever the hell.
I wouldn't like him.
It would be still uncomfortable if you came up, even if she came up in conversation between men or you overhear it.
Yeah.
It'd still be uncomfortable, but I can't control it, and I'm not going to.
Yeah. And it's really it's more of a societal thing. I think it's like society would make you feel uncomfortable about it, And I don't really think that it's something that is naturally ingrained in us to be this way. I think that because we would worry what other people think about it is why we would feel ashamed about it, Which is why
we slut shame.
Yeah, that, and why when Vlad asked him the question, like, if it was your son, would you feel ashamed? And he was like,
they're not equals.
It would be dangerous, you know. It would still be dangerous. I would tell him it's dangerous, but you wouldn't tell him that it's shameful, though.
Yeah, because
so it's like, you know,
patriarchy made it this way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
You know, it's unladylike for a woman, you know, for a lady to conduct herself as such. But a man could do that.
Yeah.
And then he give that horrible analogy of the lock and the key. I hate that because it's
oh God.
that's just not how vaginas work. I don't have a vagina.
Not every what is it? A master key can open any lock, but a shitty lock is opened by any key. I'm like, y'all live your lives by this type of stuff. Like, that's how y'all live your lives,
right? Okay, that come from that ilk of people.
Yeah,
and that's just a ridiculous thing to say because
it's not how vaginas work.
It's not how vaginas work.
It's not how vaginas work.
Oh my goodness, you just have she just smashing everybody in the town. That thing wrecked. Nah, that does not mean that.
It's so crazy because guys really, like, people, adults still believe that, like, the more guys that a woman has sex with, like, the more she ruins her vagina, and it's gonna be loose forever.
You're right.
And you could just, you know, hang it up because you done had too many. I'm like, y'all know nothing about biology and anatomy. Clearly, if you still believe this.
I'm like, y'all seen a baby? Have you seen a dick?
That's the crazy
two different scales.
A human can pass through that. What are you talking about?
You know, not to put too much business out there, but I've had sex with several women that had multiple kids, and I see why they had kids. Not mine. Somebody else's. But I see why they had. Well, I don't know.
Get that phone call later.
He get the phone call. He ate and balled like me. Oh, well, damn. I guess
I'm late and not for work.
He ate and got a beard and bald. So what you gonna do? I would be like, no shit. It's happening.
Stop it. I don't really like when he kind of used the old if it was your daughter or your family member type of thing. And the only reason I don't like those kind of analogies is because it doesn't change the rule, because we're talking about the exception. So your daughter, your family member might be the exception, but that isn't going to keep you from abiding by the rule. So if you have a family member that's looking at 10 years for extortion and you have the power to get them off, are you going to let your family member go to jail for 10 years for extortion, or are you going to get them off? But even if you get them off, that doesn't mean that you don't want people to go to jail for extortion. That just means that you don't want your family member to go to jail for extortion.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like you still believe in the rule. You just want your exception, which everybody has an exception.
Yep.
You know. So, but I did like when Vlad was kind of like what he said. Living in a world, imagine a world where the only woman you married was the only woman that you could sleep with was the woman that you married.
That was good.
Like,
yeah. I think every dude listening to just like, oh.
Wait, hold on. What do you mean by sleep with?
Let's dissect this for a second.
We gotta piece this together.
As in slumber next to?
That's what we talking. I can
in
do that.
Close proximity?
I can do that. Big spoon, little spoon? Okay,
yeah.
I'm cool with that. Like,
what?
One? You talking about one? So I can't get any from anybody.
No.
That's rough living.
Yeah, that was
That's
tough.
not that bad.
Yeah, I mean, do what you do. Like, you know, it's 2021. Why are men still policing women's pussy. Like it's beyond me. I just be like, I don't really care, like, because people still ask that question, at least men, how many bodies how many people you slept with? Like,
people still ask
why does that even matter?
People still ask
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
I haven't.
I have a friend that that does that.
Why?
And it's just like,
Is it good?
Okay, for one, they probably gonna lie.
For one.
For two, it doesn't matter. For three, it doesn't matter.
For three,
because the only thing that should matter for one is if it's clean.
right?
Like, free of STDs and that. That's the only thing that should matter.
For four, you still gonna smash.
For five, you gonna come back and smash again. You go back around and do it twice. Then you gonna probably tell your boy.
Yeah, that's the thing about it.
Yeah, I did.
And
You like yeah, I did smash.
Second grade.
Slim headed.
You gotta do final thoughts.
Oh man. Yeah, my final thoughts is, fellas, stop policing women's pussy. It's not gonna make the number jump up or jump any lower. It really doesn't make any sense. We should be beyond this by now. So what if Amber Rose sucked a few heads to get what she got? I'm just saying that because that shit sounds funny. Sucked a few eggplants. So what? If she would have sucked some non-popular dude eggplant, would it matter? No. She just happened to be in a circle where Kanye existed and saw her. And yeah, Wiz Khalifa. Like, what's the point of like trying to like demonize what the woman did? Like, okay, because she sucked the right ones, or as a boy talking about, look at her now. If you could eat a couple vaginas and get to be rich, I would happily jump on that opportunity.
Stopping you. You the dude who ate out Hillary Clinton, huh?
Yes.
Yes, I did.
Yes.
And I wrote a book about it.
And it's a bestseller.
It's on the shelves.
And it's a
now.
bestseller. But yeah, we need to do better with this. Patriarch is still alive. This is why we get together and do these videos, to try to tear that structure down, one video at a time, hopefully. Yeah. But that's it for me. Your final thoughts?
Mine's is like, come on. It doesn't make sense to me because we shame women and still participate in their creation. We shame sluts and participate in their creation. So it's like, you should feel ashamed. You shouldn't do that. That's bad. But when old girl come around and she won't smash on the first night, well, I ain't got no problem with that. Well, hold up. What happened? We should be ashamed of sluts, but you cool with creating them though. That's the thing. They can't be a slut by themselves.
That's deep. Yeah.
So it's like, we got to do better with that. If you gon' talk the talk, you got to walk the walk, babe. That's it. If you really don't like sluts and feel like they should be ashamed, stop making them. Stop sleeping with them. Stop sleeping with random women. Are you gonna do that? Well, then shut the hell up.
You just shit on my final thoughts.
I was practicing this.
That was a beast. I was like,
all day.
You just keep getting hit. You just see.
Shut the hell up. There you go. That was it. All right. Cool. Thank y'all for tuning in to our ramblings. Once again, you can follow me on IG at B Writer.
Yeah, you can follow me on IG as chaos_Noop. And that's chaos with a K.
And I'm your host, B. Ryder.
I'm J Bell.
And this has been
Final thoughts.